we'll see how it actually plays out. It's going to be uNFixed on the Pharah to begin things, going with the triple DPS composition. Rogue with one of their own on the other side as well, so definitely, as we were thinking, going to be a battle of the mirror matchups, or as close to.
A lot of emphasis here on Boombox's performance coming into this now. It's going to be his Discord Orbs that set up a lot of the damage for his team. Rogue going to be getting a bit of denial off, just trying to hold on to the high ground for now. AKM is going to be firing off a few warning shots, Nox in a bit of trouble. Kill's going to be traded here soon, immediately picking up 2 onto Kruise and Boombox, and that should put an end to the push so far for eUnited. They need to reset this all the way back. Might pick up a kill or 2, but sharyk wants to move in, create a bit of space for them. As it stands, vallutaja has actually managed to make his way onto the high ground as well behind them.
He's harassing them from the backside, but the difference in ults is also massive. Rogue have been able to put out a ton more damage, it seems, just using the position that you've got, you know, huge amount of high ground on the beginning of this. Difficult to isolate individual targets as well, because Rogue is so spread out on the defense. And so far, winning the ultimate fight as well.
I can understand the fire pick here because there's a lot of angles of attack, right, to come into this Numbani first attack. Look at uNFixed right now. He's almost untouchable, and he's just raining down these rockets, putting in the damage into Rogue. They got really nowhere to stand. sharyk's going to be moving in. Nanabu's going to be popped off onto him as well. Trying to find the kills, but it's going to be AKM who comes out on top, and Rogue just follows suit. vallutaja in a bit of trouble, has to back off. He's going to build up that pulse bomb, but again, another bit of a failed push there by eUnited as they're trying to crack this. Numbani's one of those maps, right, where if you struggle to take the first checkpoint, it's obviously you're going to be in a difficult situation, but it's one of those maps where it's not uncommon for teams to be full held on this first defense.
Yeah, the first part is arguably the toughest part of the map, right? Apart from possibly the last like home stretch, whereas the middle section really doesn't take that much to be able to get through. Oh, Soon's so weak there. The peel and the heal from uNKOE is going to be able to keep him alive. vallutaja looked like he had the better end of it, but he's so much further away from the rest of his team. He's kind of distracting though. He's managed to pull Soon away from the rest of the fight, but he's lost the one-on-one engagement, and eUnited are in from the front and they're using ults here.
That's incredible. NiCO just popped up the Dragon Blade, but he's shut down immediately by Kruise, and he's going to respond with his own. Dragon Blade used into the backlines, brings down uNKOE. Another point is cracked wide open for the taking. sharyk's going to be backing up the rest of his team, running down, trying to force Nox off. Soon's putting in a lot of damage though. Basically causing a bit of havoc for it. sharyk in a bit of trouble, forced to play these angles. Isn't going to get brought down. The heals are there, but vallutaja coming out on top, brings down Soon. And his cap is definitely going away. 2 ticks already, no contention coming out here by Rogue. And look at this, vallutaja, he wants to go in for more.
They've got some decent ults now to start going forwards as well. Morte and sharyk with some ability to engage. They can get a good pulse bomb out as well. They're playing very aggressive into this one and seeing if they can apply a lot of pressure to Rogue very early on, who've only really got those 2 ultimates. Both sound barriers active though for the next fight.
Yeah, these support ultimates, it's going to be important to watch how they utilize this. We'll see if Rogue get forced out early, like people were thought, going to be initiating in with it. If eUnited just disengage, it could be a beautiful fight for them. Still, Primal Rage was going to be used by sharyk as well into the backlines, but he's going to reset with the rest of his team as well. Oh no, in fact he just jumped all the way around the map. I forgot you could do that on Winston. Yeah. Primal Rage. He is going to be back with them. Rogue just holding very aggressively though, not really getting any push time here for eUnited, but still they've definitely got ultimates to use, providing they stop losing so many players here.
Yeah. This is the difficulty. They managed to force the sound barrier and the tactical visor out of Rogue, but now Rogue are pushing their positioning up so far that Morte may just have to use the sound barrier just to be able to escape. They've got both support ults active, so they're definitely in a good position if they can find the engagement, if they can get out of spawn without taking too much damage. It looks like they have. Now they'll probably try and initiate either with the sound barrier or this tranquility. Here it comes.
There they go. They can just swap it around as well. uNFixed using attack visor, leading it in, not getting too much damage. NiCO's in the back line, but that's a 2K for him. Nox is going to get the tail end of it though. Just a post-mortem kill for him there, and he's still just whacking away at them in the Primal Rage. Picks up another 2. Boombox going to be falling, but the cart should at least get rolling here. Nox on about 56 HP, will get brought down. Feeds a little bit of ultimate charge there to Kruise.
Only used 2 ults here from eUnited, got that fight there. They even used the nanoboost here from uNKOE.
Yeah, it was a really good turn from them. I think uNFixed got a huge amount of value out of his tactical visor, managed to take down both of the squishy 200 health targets, and now they're in a decent position.
Oh, Kruise moving in with the Dragon Blade, slicing and dicing, but it's not going to be good enough. NiCO brings him down with a quick little swift strike, and that was a bit questionable. He was on about half HP, anti-heal on him, popping the Dragon Blade there.
I think he'd already popped the Dragon Blade by the time he realized he'd taken so much damage and been debuffed as well.
Right.
They didn't commit the Transcendence to it. Boombox not really in position because Kruise was going for the fight up top, and now Rogue are going to engage. NiCO taken so weak already, though. He's gone down, and that means no Dragon Blade available for this fight.
Still, look at this pressure they're just applying right now. eUnited having an absolute whale of a time. Just moving on them. There's going to be the tranquility forced out of Boombox in the end to try and win the tail end of this fight. Soon is just basically causing as much distraction as he possibly can. But it will be the second checkpoint going the way here of eUnited. And a few ults used to try and initiate into that. Rogue now sitting with the ultimate advantage.
See if we have any switches as well. Rogue really haven't been a team where they make these tactical switches to Reinhardt-based compositions, even when the map favors it. Just been sticking to their bread and butter, loads of ultimates as well, so now would be a bad time to switch. sharyk, seeing what he can get done. They found the pick onto uNKOE as well.
It's unreal.
AKM falls. This is opening the door here. They haven't committed any ults on the side of Rogue, but they've fallen, and this payload is going to begin to advance into the final portion.
It's not over just yet, though, for Rogue. They've definitely got ults to use when they come up to the respawns, but it was an excellent stagger by eUnited, and they have built up a bit of ult charge from it. Great stick onto NiCO, brings them down into the spawn. But now they're going to be moving in again. It's going to be the attack visor used by Rogue here. AKM just trying to pressure them down. It's going to be the nanoboost used on them as well. So weak. Forced off into the corner. Didn't get anything out of that attack visor. Now the cart's still getting pushed in. AKM is going to find a one return kill. They need to start contesting it a little bit. NoxXx is going to move into the backlines as well. Dragon Blade used by Kruise, but doesn't quite get the intended effect that he was hoping for. And Rogue are going to be able to just salvage the end of this fight.
They managed to turn that one around really admirably because they used the sound barrier just to be able to engage out of spawn, and then had used a single ult from AKM. Didn't really find that much value with it. It looked like if eUnited had been able to find a bit of cover, they could have got back in. But going to be able to go into this one with both support ults active and nothing for Rogue. And uNKOE has just switched from Ana over to Zen, so slight switch in the composition right the way back to 0%.
Unless NiCO gets off a godly Dragon Blade, it's going to be a very tough fight for them to try and take eUnited. Looking to get the initiation in, just playing it slow. Here comes the Dragon Blade. Both support ults used at the same time by eUnited. That could be huge for Rogue. Still moving in, trying to defend as best as they possibly can. It's going to be the attack visor used by uNFixed that finds the kill onto uNKOE. Can they find any more? vallutaja gets a great stick onto Nox. Unreal. And now he might be able to find a second kill. And it's going to get the recall out onto Soon, so he backs away. eUnited still pushing this in. No contestation coming out. It's 0.43 meters away from the point. Still running it in. eUnited have a promo rage to work off. They're finding kill after kill, frag after frag, and they will complete Numbani. 40 seconds on the clock.
That was pretty good from them, I think. Definitely considering what they had started with. It was a bit of a slow cap on the first point. Managed to take it through the street stage very quickly. Really nice fight at the beginning of it. Kruise wasted a couple of Dragon Blades, or didn't get the maximum value out of them. They weren't really wasted, but he was trying to go in. Didn't really get what he wanted out of them. Switched over to the D.Va at the end. They're able to take that one with both as a support ultimates. That was nice play. Both teams playing very aggressively as well, for sure.
I think the blade wasn't too bad from Kruise there on the second part of street phase, or the last part of street phase there. They really want to get control of that high ground there to make sure they can't contest from above with their soldier, and they really just took it from there. They have the point there, and then they had 2 minutes left on the last stage there. Great display from eUnited.
Both teams playing really aggressively, stuffing each other into their spawns to be able to get free cap on the payload the whole time.
Yeah, Rogue with the super aggressive hold there on second defense there. Something we've seen a lot of recently with the new dive setup here.
Rogue are definitely, it seemed a bit not shaky from them, but eUnited definitely felt like they had them clocked out to a certain degree when they were pushing them all the way and punishing a lot of the, I guess, missed ult advantage. It's quite deceiving actually when you're looking at Rogue as a team and you're comparing ult advantages, because they just use their ults whenever they feel like it to try and take superior team fights, right? So it's hard to clock, I guess, a decent representation of what ultimates and how effectively they're using them, but eUnited capping it out in the end with 40 seconds.
eUnited going for Boombox on the Zen defense as well. uNKOE was making a switch. He started on the Ana defense of this portion. Otherwise, completely similar across the board, with both teams going for the triple DPS, neither wanting to shake things up. They're just going for what's comfortable for them.
Absolutely. I got to agree with this. You know, you stick to what you know. And I'm excited to see Boombox Zen again. Got to give a lot of credit to this guy. And we'll see if they manage to take it now. Rogue have got a lot to chew through if they want to finish up Numbani here against eUnited on the defense. Let's see if they can possibly do it. Again, just holding onto the high ground for now by Rogue, just spamming in a bit of damage, seeing what opportunities they can get. Nox wants to lead it in. Beautiful bit of damage being put onto them, forces them off to the low ground, I should say. NiCO collects 2 kills already. uNKOE following up, and Rogue just rolling straight through eUnited. Great push.
That was unbelievable. They got the dive right onto them with Nox, knocked them off the high ground. That's 3 players down on the bottom, and NiCO just plows through them. As soon as you get uNKOE down there, get Boombox down there, he's just so vulnerable to being attacked. And eUnited's composition just swept away in the first, 30 seconds, Fisher?
Yeah, definitely strong showing here from Rogue on the first point here.
Well, it's not always the first point that is everything at the end of the day. There is the rest of the map to play through. As we're moving into the streets phase of Numbani. Still eUnited on the defense. Ults not really being built. What was that by Soon? That was ridiculous. The dive is there as well. Rogue immediately finding 2 picks. vallutaja wants to answer back with 1 more kill onto uNKOE. Trading it even for now, but right now I think Rogue are the ones that are definitely coming out on top in this defense. They're finding so many kills. Kruise is in a bit of a sticky situation as well, as he's just going to get ran down by NoxX's Tesla cannon, and the cart continues to move forward.
It does. Great play by them. What I love from Rogue is like like watching a predatory animal. They snoop around the map, they look for an opening, they don't really give a hint of where they want to strike, and then immediately, I mean, Soon just blasted down Boombox there. I'm not even sure how he managed to one-clip him that
I think it was the Discord orb.
Yeah, he absolutely melted through him. And then the rest of the follow-up was fantastic. So, team much more confident on the attack.
Look at the ult here from Rogue.
Ooh, Soon moves in with the post bomb. uNFixed actually not using too much. AKM using attack visor actually on the side of Rogue. Kills definitely just rolling in for them right now. It's an entire kill feed of Blue, as they're just picking up player after player, and they are going to be winning through this streets phase again, pushing this in a rapid time. Honestly, this is unreal.
6 minutes nearly to capture the the final checkpoint. That is fantastic for Rogue. eUnited have just melted on the defense. They had a great attack. They looked like they were structured. They managed to kind of fight their way through, but Rogue are just dismissing them on this. And they've still got ults to use. Here comes eUnited though. They've engaged with the Dragon Blade. Tranquility comes out the other side. eUnited pop off another ult. That's the Primal Rage invested into there, as they're still scrapping around the card, but vallutaja and Soon want to take the 1v1.
Absolutely. It's eUnited coming out on top. uNFixed just clutching it for his team. And Rogue losing those few players, have to back off, regroup as 6, and then get the repush going. But the ultimates have leveled out a little bit. You often find this on the 3rd section here of Numbani. Bit of an opportunity to, I guess, stop the bleeding to a certain degree on the side of eUnited. They've stunted Rogue for now, but for how much longer still? Look at this very aggressive positioning by sharyk, just putting in the damage so far. Aggressive hold by eUnited as well, just not really giving them too much space out of the spawn point. vallutaja is waiting behind as well. Great stick, just connects it onto AKM, exactly what they needed. Maybe delaying it even further.
Super aggressive positioning there from eUnited as well. Rogue taking the high ground, but they've lost their main tank. That's going to be difficult for them. sharyk is playing this one so aggressively as well. They want to take control of this high ground and just put damage on them as soon as they come out of the spawn point. They've got little tanks, little peel. They can't really even get in position to try and attack without taking a huge chunk of damage from eUnited.
The thing about Rogue as well is if they want to try and break through this defense now, they've only got the 1 support ult to work with, whereas eUnited are in a bit more of a solid position. Still not pushed out of this spawn. They're just being held in, trapped in a cage by the Lion of eUnited right now. Still, AKM collects the first kill. Post-bomb was committed as well. They're finding a second one. eUnited losing the players. Ult's going to be committed here. Boombox using the Tranquility to keep the players alive, but is it going to be good enough for them? Rogue moving in for the kill, straight for the jugular. NiCO with the double kill, using only a single swift strike. That is beautiful gameplay coming out by Rogue.
What do you think about
the blade and the beat here from Rogue? Not many ults committed there, if any.
Yeah.
Maybe Soon throw out the bomb there.
Yeah.
But uNKOE still with his ult, Nox close to his. Great ult economy here from Rogue.
Yeah, fantastic. They realized that they didn't need to invest anything. As soon as they got the pick on sharyk and then followed it up immediately by killing uNFixed, what's the need to reply with support ults? Now they both come out though. And here's uNKOE as well. Took a bit of damage there, forced to pop out his as well, but they're getting the picks for it. There's 2. NiCO with the blade. Finds Morte and vallutaja a third as well. There's only 2 players left alive, but Primal Rage from sharyk is going to be able to delay this for the spawners.
Absolutely filthy plays coming out by NiCO. sharyk has to delay this for as long as he possibly can. It's a battle of the raging monkeys right now. Planet of the Apes version 2 as they're just battling out with the Primal Rage. Still, Kruise answers back. Swift strike kill of his own onto NiCO. AKM in the backline just putting in a bit of damage here and there. Is it going to be enough so far? It looks like it very well might be. Rogue just slamming it home. 3 minutes on the clock. Incredible timing for them on Numbani.
unbelievable. They commit every ultimate to that. They were so sure that they would be able to clean up the spawners as well, despite the fact that sharyk's there. Is this the level that Rogue wanted to hit?
If eUnited...
If you get pressured like that and you pop off your ultimates so early on, I mean, that's great for eUnited, right? But they played that so smartly, I think, the French guys.
Yeah, eUnited backed off a little bit at the end there, gave Soon the ability to get up on high ground there, get a pulse bomb off, get the first pick, so... Maybe a little bit too passive there on the spawn hold.
We've seen a switch up in comp as well, Brent. They've got NiCO on the D.Va this time.
NiCO on D.Va.
This is interesting, and I quite like this change as well, because they're changing things up. Before, eUnited managed to take it, I think it was 1 or 2, or maybe even just 3 pushes, and they managed to take this first point. This PL comp that are running much more suited for matching up against this triple DPS that eUnited are going for, at least initially, as the countdown begins, and eUnited will have another chance to try and take this out from Rogue's feet. Here we are, they're going to start rolling out, keeping these compositions interesting so far. A lot of mobility coming out from Rogue.
Yeah, and despite the triple DPS coming out from eUnited, they really have less ability to contest the high ground without vallutaja and uNFixed having to run around. So they're looking for individual picks, but NiCO can just fly around and peel for anybody who gets targeted. So, and it's difficult to de-mech him because he can just play the high ground and avoid all of the spam from below.
Right. Difficult
for eUnited, see how they approach it.
Point's going to get played a little bit here by eUnited. They just want to try and get a solid position up. KnOxXx forced to back off as well. Clock's going to tick down soon. Collects the first kill. This could be the opening that Rogue were looking for. They're not really going to get another chance to refight this. Or repush this, I should say. Kruise does collect the kill onto Soon. Is it going to be enough now? Last minute.
One final opportunity. 10 seconds left. See if they can get onto the point. Kruise is pretty close to his Dragon Blade as well, but they can't afford to lose any players, and uNKOE has that nano boost. 2 seconds, they're taking it close here. vallutaja and Kruise on the point, they're engaging. It's a nano boost onto KnOxXx as well, doing a huge amount of damage. Kruise with the nano blade as well, see if he can get anything. It's relatively even.
They're definitely trying their hardest. Right now, there's only a few players onto the point. Kruise and Boombox. I think Boombox just respawning. It's just Kruise left alive. Boombox makes his way onto the point. He's got nothing to work with. He's almost got his tranquility. He's got it! Unreal. This might have just bought enough time for eUnited. Still, ultimates across the board for Rogue. It's going to be a very tough ask for them. uNFixed moving in onto the Sombra. Going to be trying to make it happen, but no. They cannot just stay onto the point. It will be Rogue getting the full hold here.
Very difficult when you've only got a single minute to attack Numbani. You get, I mean, it's so far away from the spawn. You get, they only really got one push there. They got the second engagement, but Kruise and vallutaja had to overextend just to be able to keep the point alive. And then just got their ultimate up as they were able to fight. And then Boombox just at the end, bless his heart, with the Transcendence, seeing if he could keep everything alive, but too little, too late.
uNKOE got the early nano booster for the second engagement from eUnited there, and when he nanoed the monkey there, it's super, super strong for zoning out the squishies, even just chasing down squishies and getting the early picks there.
He got that really early on the last time
fast
as well.
Yeah.
When they were playing the first, just the first defense, they look like they really value the Ana defense, gives you that tempo nano boost, especially when there's so little time on the clock. And the exact opposite situation here, because Rogue can really take their time. 3 minutes 12. That was a lightning fast attack, and it's just set them up perfectly here for the slam dunk.
I gotta say, eUnited's sort of reluctance, if I could speak English, what I'm trying to say is...
the Danish guy on the couch is speaking English better than you are here, Fred.
Keeping Boombox on the Zen, it's understandable, right? Because he's just a standout Zenyatta player. But would he not be better suited moving into Rogue's composition on Ana instead? Gives them a lot more opportunities, I guess, when they're being forced off the high ground constantly, and Boombox just has so little impact.
I mean, he certainly had little impact on the last push because they managed to knock him down and kill him instantly. Right. But I think the thing to avoid there is being dived upon so effectively rather than perhaps changing the composition. See if Rogue go for the same thing again. It was not who really opened it last time with a dive to the top right.
Let's see if they can make it work. Rogue just biding their time for now. Getting information, waiting for an opportunity, a bit of a vulnerability to
the Predators
come out. They are the Predators indeed. There we go. KnOxXx making the first leap into the back lines again onto Boombox immediately. Moves into the back lines. Another kill popping off for them as well. Trading up equally soon, just making the most out of it for his team so far. vallutaja, last man onto the point here on a sliver of HP. Forced to just dodge and juke around, but Soon's going to give him the beat down. Kruise is next. And the point, my God, Rogue just slamming it home. All they needed was a single tick, and they are going to be taking Numbani.
Soon is a beast as well. He has been playing so well throughout this match. So for maps you managed to take and your overall map record in the group. So they will be playing out 4 maps no matter what. Doesn't matter if Rogue take the next 3 in lightning fast style, but eUnited will definitely have something to say about that.
Both NiCO and Kruise on the D.Va here.
Interesting, yeah, absolutely. So matching them actually, composition for composition, both running the Zenyatta, both running the sort of peel kind of D.Va, and double hit scan on either side as well. So they're going to be meeting each other head on. Morte finds the first kill onto Soon. It's not something you see every day. He does finally claim it. Going to get the D-Mech from NiCO as well. Rogue maybe a little bit out of their comfort zone there, straying away.
I think they just weren't expecting to lose Soon immediately, right? You're squishy when you're playing Tracer, but you have such mobility, and Soon is, he really pushes the boundaries of what he's able to do with each of his blinks. He doesn't just want to use them. Yeah. So I think he just slightly underestimated the amount of damage coming towards him, and that was just a lost fight for Rogue. They've instantly lost winz as well. eUnited, so far, playing out their minds with these initial picks.
Unreal. Rogue tried to contest that before it got the cap. You see NoxXx moved in from the right-hand flank, but again, didn't work out. They got the cap in time, and immediately that fight just went completely south as soon as winz fell. So eUnited in a very strong foothold right now on Nepal, on the village section. Let's see if they manage to find another opening. Oh my goodness, Boombox claiming AKM's life. They are going to trade it 1-for-1. sharyk is going to fall, which puts uNFixed in a bit of a sticky situation. Has to run away, sprint his little wee legs out of there.
They've got position now, though. Rogue have been given an entry. They've DMAC'd NiCO. They might still lose the fight, but it's slow progress here. They've been able to get in. vallutaja has his pulse bomb, so does Soon. See where they place it, if they can get value out of it. Soon seems to try and throw them onto lower health targets that he can just instantly take out, but goes for sharyk that time. Instant pick on their main tank. eUnited DMAC'd as well, Kruise. So now they've got no peel ability.
Certainly looking for it. Soon goes for the melee finish there onto uNFixed. Didn't quite work out for them, but Rogue will get the cap. And you're going to pick up a second little straggler kill there onto uNFixed as he tries to run his way out of there. But so Rogue going to be flipping it up, but still a huge amount of time bought up here for eUnited. 55% on the clock. And they've got ults to use as well. It's going to be a tranquility for either side. uNFixed holding onto his tack visor, which AKM's not far off himself, so quite even across the board. We'll see if eUnited can find the opportunity to play off it. Certainly searching for the damage.
In a lot of these control maps where you've got a more open field, a lot of pressure is going to be put on these supports to try and pop them out early. Boombox has to force the Transcendence, comes in so much later there from uNKOE, going to give them healing right towards the end of this fight. And they've got winz. Oh, he's on 99. He's only just got his sound barrier. Oh, and
Soon is unreal. It's actually ridiculous. He finds his pick somehow for his team. It was looking to be turning a little bit south there for Rogue, but they just clutch it in the end with the sound barrier. These clutch post bombs. Am I talking too soon? Potentially. sharyk's moving in with the Primal Rage, but the point's still in control of Rogue right now. sharyk trying to find this kill onto winz. He pops down the bubble, but not going to be good enough for them just yet.
All ults used here from Rogue. uNFixed still with his tactical visor. If he can get in a position to be able to use it, they are trying to flip this point, but they're just losing individual players. AKM combining with the Discord and the damage coming out from uNKOE and Soon, and they're shredding the targets. You're playing with very small health pools here, tiny margins of error, and so far this has been a back and forth beginning to Nepal.
This might be the last push attempt here for eUnited if they fail this. It's going to be a tricky situation for them. 85% in counting for Rogue. Soon's holding onto his pulse bomb. uNFixed has his tack visor. He's waiting around the flank. This could be beautiful. He finds the pick onto uNKOE. That's lovely. That's to get things started. Soon answers back with a pulse bomb of his own. It looks like Rogue are slowly taking the lead. AKM wants to move in with the tack visor. Overtime ticks down. eUnited losing so many players. No opportunities whatsoever to try and contest it. And it will be Rogue claiming the first round of Nepal.
So amazed by Rogue's patience there as well. NiCO was out of mech in one of those fights. They just said, let's give him some time. Let's buy our board some time and give him mech back, and then we engage. Then they flip the point after.
AKM's thirsty. Grab himself for whatever that happens to be.
Quick little beverage. He's got about 30 seconds.
Pep himself up.
Down it.
In between. I think it was also interesting to see the difference in target selection as well, because while eUnited seemed to be focusing mainly for the DPS line of Rogue and trying to take them out of the picture fairly early, sharyk and Kruise were getting focused so hard by Rogue. They're putting pressure on them and poke from a distance, trying to deplete like the defense matrix and trying to deplete and make sharyk invested shield, and then pulse bomb, and they're both wiped out within seconds. Huge amount of pressure, and then they can pick off the DPS players at their leisure. No switch to the tanks whatsoever. We're in full dive meta here, boys.
Full dive meta indeed. Going to be seeing if they can land any kills with these Discord orbs. It's going to be Boombox laying down the pressure so far. sharyk moving forward. Wants to play passive for now as he did have that Discord orb on him. Nox wants to move in for the kill. sharyk backs off immediately. No kills on either side just yet. Playing it super passive, but it feels like Rogue have ultimately a much more fluid control over the map so far. In Sanctum,
Soon put so much pressure on them.
It's unbelievable. The way he just gets around the map and just doesn't get punished for it. And he finds the kill onto vallutaja as well, opening it up for his team, even after they initially lost a few players there. Still moving in. Point still not capped up for either side. Nox wants to move in though with the initiation, and that's exactly what they needed. Morte immediately falling. Kruise is, I should say, uNFixed, collecting the kill straight after that, but the point is definitely in Rogue's favor right now. All they've got to do is defend this, pick up these stragglers if they possibly can. eUnited making it very difficult for them though, I will say.
They are, but they're also not regrouping and getting themselves in a position to straight up take the fight. And Rogue so far have been really good at just being able to delay, invest as many ultimates as they need to be able to take the fight carrying on going. And at the moment, Kruise seeing if he can get any individual picks, but just laying damage out across the board.
Look at this difference in ult between him and NiCO. He's got a Dragon Blade, in fact. It's going to be the Tranquility used here by Boombox, just keeping him alive. It's going to be the attack visor as well. AKM searching for the targets. See if he can find a kill or two. Beautiful play by sharyk, just edging himself around the Winston bubble there. And even jumps onto NiCO there just to collect the final kill. And it will be the recap for eUnited. Wonderful play coming out from them.
Decent delay though. Rogue managed to take that one up to 42%. They've got themselves in a decent position. And because they're not playing these tankier compositions that you normally see on Sanctum, they're not going to be applying tons of pressure really close to the choke point and have massive CC ultimates to be able to use. They're more individual, more based on how they're going to counter the support ults as well, as we see one coming out from winz, just to kind of get them in position. Very aggressive, proactive use of that ultimate. And eUnited are just kind of eating it up at the moment.
Trying to stall out for as long as they possibly can. They move in with the Promo Rage. sharyk's going to fall though. And not too many ults used here by eUnited to try and salvage this. In fact, they're going to be backing off. Rogue will get the recap. Only 34% gained here for eUnited. One final last-ditch effort by uNFixed there. He does manage to bring down uNKOE, but right now still plenty of time for both these teams. You know, take it back and forth, so definitely not out of the fight just yet, and Ultimate's coming online now.
I think that was a bit of a miscalculation from eUnited as well. They were trying to trade a single support ult and a Primal Rage for 2 from Rogue, but they didn't have the damage to be able to actually get picks on anybody who wasn't in the range. They ended up losing players and dripping them out. Now they've got DPS ults, but not much else. Boombox close to a Transcendence that they'll probably need to be able to take this, but in comes Kruise.
Here we go.
Focus down so quickly.
Beautiful work. He gets focused down. Rogue just not having any funny business whatsoever. They are trading kills evenly, however. 2 down on either side so far. That's going to be the attack visor used, I believe, there by AKM. Just searching for a target or 2. Indeed he is. Not quite getting anything, just baiting around the corners. Still Rogue in full control at this point. Still getting contested. 90% and counting. eUnited need to make the movements happen right here and now.
That's not too bad. Bit of health been taken out there. Rogue dropping pretty weak. NiCO with the Dragon Blade. He's got a Discord on him, but no damage to be able to take him out. Already found 2, put the pressure on Boombox. He's been forced out. And this overtime is ticking down with Rogue up 2-0 on Nepal here. Already 1 map up in the fixture as well.
eUnited's pick as well. That's the important factor.
Yeah.
eUnited thought they could take it to them. They were comfortable in their control maps. And look at this. Immediately a 2-round lead currently here for Rogue against eUnited. We'll see if they can turn it around again. They might have something planned, but not really changing up the compositions too often by eUnited. They're sticking with the same thing time and time again. Boombox on the Zen. Not really going for those pure sort of compositions.
I think it's more of just stick to what you know. But Rogue just playing super great focus in focusing down Kruise there on the blade. He got instant Discord and Nox was ready for him.
Absolutely. They read it perfectly. As soon as it came out, I mean, Discord on him, they've got the double hit scan to take him down instantly. Playing, I mean, he doesn't really have anything to help him out either. It's not like he has a nano boost and has reduced damage or a Zarya or basically any kind of peel ability. He was just trying to take it in with the naked blade, but now all on the line for Nepal. This was their map pick and they're 2-0 down.
This is the rounds that eUnited need to win if they want a chance of coming back from this. Can they secure the reverse sweep? We'll see here and now. Quite passive play so far. It's going to be NiCO just swift striking in, searching for an opportunity. Soon falling quite weak as well. Kruise just quite low. He's going to have to back off for healing, but very passive between both these teams.
poking each other out, seeing if they can get a lot of damage into a single target, see if they can get the dive on, see if they can expend resources as well. And that's sharyk placing down his barrier, which means it's down for the rest of the fight, into the dive, onto the supports, all falling for eUnited. Their Jenga tower on the floor.
It just feels like they're really struggling to find footholds in this map, as eUnited I'm talking about here.
Already as well.
Yeah,
so much work.
Soon has been having a fantastic game. I think he said after, when he'd been playing in Korea and they played against Lunatic High, that he wasn't feeling like that was his best performance. I think the Koreans did a great job at identifying that he's one of their absolute star players, and shutting him down. But at the moment, he is running rampant against eUnited.
It's unreal. He's honestly having so much impact for the team. They're looking for even more kills. They're going to find it. It's going to be a 1-for-1, however. uNKOE falling into the back line, still losing players all over the place right now. eUnited have worked their way onto the point. Good stick from Soon again, just finding these crucial picks time and time again.
Really focusing down the tank. sharyk's been having a nightmare, not due to his individual bad performance in any sense, but Rogue have been just going ham onto him again and again and again. And now they're in control, 40% in what could be the final round of Nepal on Shrine, sorry. And eUnited with the task of trying to get into this point with a couple of ults that are going to be online. They're going to be in a decent position in about 10 seconds.
Absolutely, moving around. vallutaja is searching for the God Stick. The thing that will churn this fight all the way around. The dive is there, but the damage is done by Rogue. 3 kills claimed for them. Failed dive attempt there by eUnited still. They do have a little bit of time to come back from this, but Rogue are just looking phenomenal.
So consistent in that dive. Always getting off the first pick there and just snowballing from there.
Absolutely, that first pick's so crucial as well. Massive amount of damage removed for, you know, a single target taken off the field. Loads of ults coming up now, though. This is eUnited's opportunity.
Moving in, Dragon Blade is going to be used here by Kruise, moves into the backlines. vallutaja is the one who's cleaning up. The damage is definitely being done to the backlines of Rogue here. Boombox moves in with the Tranquility. Rogue using 0 ultimates at all.
I think that's super smart by them. They realize that eUnited have to pop them off to be able to take it. They don't want to trade it out. Rogue just want to come back in here. They only need a single recap, and then now 6 plays 3 in terms of the... Oh, well, it's soon to be 4, actually. Morte very close to his sound barrier, but the support ults are going to be pivotal here. If they can get value out of them... Hello. That was super quick.
A nice little reflect kill there.
Yeah.
I would love to see Boombox keep that Transcendence, though. He popped it a little bit late there. They were already 2 up in that fight. They didn't use any ults from Rogue. Maybe they should have saved that for this fight here with all these ults coming up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. They're up against 2 support ults versus their 1 on Morte. They need to be very careful the way they initiate in with it. Possibly trying to force Rogue a little bit early on if they try and bring down the back lines. Moving in, Rogue with the sound barrier, just keeping them tip-top and nice and healthy. uNKOE just expertly cycling these support ultimates off. KnOxXx finding kills as well onto Boombox. That might be the first initiation kill they needed. uNFixed as well, just being pressured down completely by the back lines. NiCO as well, somehow escaping with just a sliver of HP, and Rogue are just absolutely slamming it home here.
Very safe with their support ults to start out the fight, make sure that they don't lose a single person there, slowly grind down eUnited, get in their face with the Primal Rage, and now with the overtime ticking down, that is going to be 3-0 decimation on eUnited's map pick. Playing control, Fisher, you said eUnited, comfortable on control.